Good morning. So, I want to talk about strengthening the bond with your twin flame. And it's not in the conventional way. To strengthen the bond with your twin flame, it comes in a abstract way. Because the only way that we can strengthen the bond with our twin flame is at that higher soul level. There's a mistrust there because we are in the same energetic field. And when we first meet our twin, we start chasing and trying to grasp from them and take. And we're in this internal and external kind of oppositions. Our energies are all entangled, and there's mistrust there. There's mistrust that, first of all, we don't know how to manage that energy. The energy is so intense that when we come into contact with our twin, it's like we can't contain that energy. It's like at an ego level, we're trying to force things in the 3D to give us certainty in the 3D mode, which doesn't work because we aren't at a place that we can even contain that energy. So we're trying to grasp, which creates mistrust, which creates the running. And you can see it. You can see it on the energetic level when you're pushing your own energy. It's going that way, and it keeps on going back and forth. Um, and so somebody came here on a bike. And so the so there's a mistrust there. There's a mistrust in that. And the only way to really to create that perfect equal energy and to um, strengthen the bond is at the level that we are connected, which is at the energetic level. And so when we want to do that work with strengthening that bond, which is what we have to do, because otherwise our life is always in this commotion. We always have this shaking in our life. We have to be able to balance that energy. Is to do the work at the energetic level. That means go into states of deep meditation and do the work there. And the work there is not done in the same way that it is done in the 3D, in the matrix that we're trying to grab. We're trying to create the union physically. Whereas when we are in the energetic level, we are that same energy. And um, the way to gain their trust and to allow their energy to calm into this beautiful harmonious energy is by allowing them to be. That means pulling our energy back into the place that is around us and creating a beautiful energy in our own life will allow them also to trust that we're not going to go over boundaries, that we're not going to energetically, because we have this capability of going into their energy and grasping. In the beginning, we're not even aware of it. It's like we are a elephant in a china shop. In the beginning, we're all up in their energy. We don't even know what we're doing. And that's making them close down and shut down and run because it's invading. They become very, very vulnerable and invading their privacy, and everything that they're doing is on a pedestal, and everything that they're doing is visible, and they don't want that pressure. It's just like with us, when we are in front of them, we feel like they see everything that we do, and they do. And it feels, sometimes that's what throws us into dark night of the soul, is that we get those reflections and then we are thrown into the self-repair work. So in order to do the work with the counterpart, we have to do it at the energetic level, which makes sense in so many ways, because in order to come back into ourselves, we have to transcend the ego. That means we do have to go up to that energetic field and work in that energetic field, which many of us, when we started this twin flame journey, we didn't even realize that there was an energetic field. So all of a sudden we're like, not only do we have to accept all of this newfangled, things that we used to like turn our nose up at. All of it. So there's also the shock of, whoa, I'm seeing different dimensions. There are different dimensions here. There are different levels of existence and different planes of existence that are all going on at the same time, and I'm part of them. You go up into the energetic field, you start remembering past lives. You start seeing that everything is playing out all at once. You start seeing the grand scheme of things, the enormity of it. So not only do you have to deal with, you start seeing that God and that you're part of God, and angels and all sorts of entities and um, energetic templates, which are like archetypes. All of a sudden you can see all of these things and you see them playing out within you. You see that you're part of it. And so not only do you have the enormity of that with the shock of all of that, you also at the same time you have this counterpart that keeps on coming in and tapping you, and this shock of the soul connection, like, whoa, what am I supposed to do with all this? So there's a mission. All of a sudden, there's a mission, but I'm so lost in my own self. How am I supposed to take care of a mission? And you can just trust that will present itself as your biggest mission is to do your own self work. And so when you can rise up to that energetic level and do the work at that level, and the work at that level isn't the grasping, it's exactly the opposite. It is just being in that perfect um, inner balance and allowing them to find their own balance, because they're going to have to do their own work, just like we have to do our own work. They can't come in and do our work for us. We have to do our own work so that we can contain that energy, right? Because that energy is massive. And if we are in our ego, we're not going to be able to. The ego at the ego level is not going to be able to contain that energy until we can rise above it and we teach the ego how to allow the energy to flow through it at a beautiful soul level. And so we have to rise into that energy field, and then we start doing the correction there. And the energies are already merged. It's like two droplets of water that merged, and now they're like merged. As they merge together, they are in turmoil because one doesn't know what they're both like in this mishmash mix of energies. And so the essence of it is already there. You are already merged there. That's a given. There's nothing you can do about it. So you can take that and calm yourself with that. He is there. Now, the benefits of that, until I am able to calm my own energy, the benefits of that are just going to be that smacking up against that mirror over and over and over until you transcend the ego, until you calm yourself within that energy. And that can take years if you're fighting against the merge. And the merge, as long as you're chasing, you're holding yourself apart from it. You are treating yourself like you are a separate entity than them. And as long as you are in that chasing mode, you are in separateness. I have to chase something. Him. I have to chase him. That is keeping that turmoil alive. Whereas when you just bring it back to yourself and in a knowing that they are there, and it proves to you more and more, because the more you bring yourself into that calm, you see the more that allows them to be in your energy field or be in the shared energy field comfortably, the more that they trust you that you're not going to cause turmoil in your life if they allow you in, right? So if they start slowly allowing you in, you need to hold at that energy field, because otherwise it's just a show. Oh, I'm holding the energy. When are you going to come in? When are you going to come in? When are you going to come in? They come in and tap, and then you're all in that crazy chasing energy again. So that is the parts that we have to watch, because as long as we can hold our own energy field and stay calm and be our own divine self within it, we are also being that mirror for them. We're being the divine mirror for them. But we are also teaching them that they can trust us not to go over boundaries or interfere or shake up the joint energy field. So they start slowly learning to trust us. And as they learn to trust us, we also learn to trust us. And it feels so good to rise into that place of self-empowerment. It's just, it feels so good. That is like the cherry on top. That is like, that is what it's all about. And so, sending you guys so much love. Thank you for watching.